Good afternoon, everybody. We thank you for being here today. A big thank you to Susie for organizing this event and to Kraz, our speaker today. If you don't know me by now, Paul to the rescue. I assume the responsibility as a vice president for the chapter with Susan's retirement. So, if I don't know if you were here last time, but I would appreciate if we can give Susan a round of applause for everything she's done for us. We're never going to let you go. And by the way, Susan needs to get rid of that table. So somebody will have to assume responsibility for dragging that suitcase behind.
I did hear you assume the responsibility.
The full, yes. I'll carry that stuff. But exciting things in front of us for the remaining of the year. The golf tournament. So hopefully we can see everybody there on October 22nd. Either way for the clinic, Supra, or for playing golf. Like the real golfers. A lot of exciting things. I don't think we'll be able to get this done without you as members. And I think each one of us plays a huge role in this. You probably have seen for the past, I would say probably a month or a few weeks, you saw a lot of excitement when it comes to our social media. So our own Jonathan Otero here, he assumed responsibilities for the marketing committee as a chair. And a lot of posting, social media, Twitter. I had to rename my Twitter account. I got rid of it. But Twitter, I think he's got TikTok and LinkedIn and stuff. So anyway, we cannot do this without you. So again, thank you for being here. I want to share something with you, a very, very interesting topic. Just recently, we engaged the Orlando Tech Council, if you know about this organization. Anyway, it's an organization that exists here in Orlando, and their main purpose is to, the way that they described to us today, Jonathan and Larry were on a call with them. They are here, this council is here to promote jobs, technical jobs, IT jobs in Orlando. Phenomenal agenda. So they think themselves as a wheel, as a hub and spoke, and we as a SIM organization, we are one of the spokes. Many other spokes around this wheel that they have. Anyway, a great, for me and for us, I think it's a great opportunity for us to promote SIM and make SIM more visible to the community. A lot of people, if you go around somebody here on the street, they're not going to know what SIM is. So this is one of our goals for the remaining of the year and for the next calendar year. So anyway, having said that, it's my pleasure to introduce Kraz right now. It's going to be our master of ceremony today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to learn from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you all for inviting me. I am very honored to be here. And the first thing, a couple things I'd like to mention to you. First, I would like to tell you that we are all, bless you, we're all psychotic in a way. Everybody is a little bit psychotic, and don't take it personally, because that includes me and everybody else you know. And the reason is, and we'll get into it in more depth, because of the way human beings create reality. How reality is created within each individual. And that's not really the psychotic part. The psychotic part is thinking that yours is right. That is, that yours can only be the right reality when you share reality with however many other people are also creating their own reality. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in depth. We're going to talk today about basic communication theory, why we communicate, how we communicate, what happens when we communicate, and then we're going to bring it in, narrow it down a little bit into improvisation, what improvisation is, and also the different skills that are used in improvisation, because improvisation is different skill levels, different skill sets that are used in a game. And when we perform with improvisation, the games are meant for entertainment purposes to the audience, to entertain the purpose, for the audience. We know that. That's our goal. That's what our intention is. And the audience comes in with the same intention. They want to be entertained. And so we have a symbiotic relationship in regard to that. So that's the goal, create a goal together. And communication is the same way. There's ways to work in conjunction with other people, and other times when you're going to find conflict in communication. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention, is that we're going to deal with our own psychoses a little bit in here and be able to go, oh, yeah, I recognize that in myself and I recognize that in other people. And therefore, we can now put that aside and just get together communicating, collaborating, innovating, all of those things that can happen when you throw aside that psychosis, that ego shell, that whatever we want to call it, that gets in the way of effective communication. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do with me is to put yourselves in a state of the willful suspension of disbelief. In other words, that means that when you go to see a play, you throw yourself into an acceptance of a reality that's not necessarily your reality, and you do it willingly. You willfully suspend any disbelief. And that's how you can read a book and get into it. You know, if you go, this isn't interesting, it's just a bunch of words on a piece of paper. Well, if you do that, you no longer become part of the reality of the book and live through the book. Same with the movie, same with the play. And also dealing with other people, you almost naturally choose two things. I either disagree with this person and it's now me and them, us and them, or you agree with that person and you go, yeah, I kind of already agree with you. There's a third choice. You can willfully suspend disbelief and listen and be present. So we're going to work on those techniques. The biggest thing that I would want to say in this whole thing today is we all, as human beings, need to practice more awareness and presence in whatever we do to make our reality real. And the only reason I say that is because anything other than our present reality is just thought. We're either thinking in the past of past things, or we're thinking in the future of future things, and how this is going to relate to that. It's very if-then thinking. If this happens, then that happens, and it throws us out of presence. So improvisation is skilled. It's a practice of staying present. It's a playful practice. So I'll throw that in there too. It's a playful practice of collaboration, innovation. I like to say empathetic collaboration and innovation, because some people can improvise things that aren't necessarily empathetic to the other people in the room. However, improv, the way I like to teach it, is empathetic. Works for the betterment of the whole group that we're dealing with. So improv is the empathetic, playful practice of collaboration and innovation in presence. Okay? And we'll get in more detail about that and pick it all apart and decide how that's going to work. And I would like to thank everybody who's there. We're going to go into this group now.